What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing? So our final video on our acronym, we are on our way to Mars. If you're tuning in just on this video here, go back. Got 3 other videos, but we're talking about why people forget, give up, or don't accomplish their New Year's resolutions or goals. And it's because of several things. I'm talking about the 4 key ones that have come up, at least when in my experience with dealing with people and their goals. And I made an acronym out of them, and we are on our way to Mars. And each letter in Mars, M.A.R.S, stands for something. We're on our 4th and final letter. We went through making sure that our goals are measurable. We went through making sure that our goals are accountable. We went through making sure that our goals are reasonable. Now we want to go through making sure that we're willing to sacrifice for our goals. I didn't know if I was going to put sacrifice on here, but there was too much energy around telling me that I needed to. People don't have things because they're not willing to sacrifice. Just plain and simple. It's one of the hardest words for people to swallow. You're going to have to give up something to get something. You're going to have to give up who you are to become who you need to be. And that's scary to a lot of people. Hell, it was scary to me. You mean I'm not going to be the same person? You mean I'm going to change? And that's what society and the people that have failed to get what they want, they makes you sound, oh, you've changed, as a bad thing. Change is beautiful and constant. It's the only thing that is constant all the time is change. You should change. The goal is to change. How you change and what you change into, now that I can understand. But to knock someone because they're different than they were yesterday, that's just not acceptable. You should be different. You should become different. You should want to be different. To do that, you're going to have to sacrifice. You're going to have to give up some things. You might have less hours in front of the Xbox or PlayStation. You're going to miss a few parties for sure. You're not going to be the most popular one. You're not going to know all the gossip and all the tea. But those goals you set out to accomplish, now you're the guy in the group who was able to build a small fortune. Now you're the girl in the group everyone's coming to about tips on beauty, health, and wellness because you've turned your body into a temple. Now you're the person that people look to inspire them to keep going because you just did 8 years of school in 4, and you've gotten your doctorates. That joy, that strength, that is better than ever keeping up with all the gossip. It's better than 100 hours on Xbox or PlayStation. It's better than 1,000,000 drinks or 1,000,000 parties to know and be able to accomplish something that you had in your head, this thought, and you turn into words, and you turn those words into actions. Sacrifice is probably the most constant ingredient in any formula of success I've ever seen, especially when it comes to greatness. If it's a great goal, sacrifice is a key important. There is no substitute for sacrifice. You're going to sacrifice something. Peace of mind, sleep, food, being around your loved ones, missing holidays or birthdays or weddings, but you're going to sacrifice something to get to great goals. If you're not willing to sacrifice, that's okay too. But just understand that, respect that, acknowledge that, and know that there's going to be some things you won't be able to attain without sacrifice. All right, guys. So that's the last S. Make sure your goals are measurable. Make sure your goals are accountable. Make sure your goals are reasonable. And make sure that you're willing to sacrifice to get your goals. This is how we stay on track for our New Year's resolutions and our goals for 2023. We are on our way to Mars, guys. We're going to get it. We're going to accomplish it. And I think I'm going to check in every couple of months on goals and just ask you guys where you're at on them. Let you guys comment on the video. Maybe I can throw some advice out there. I always try to say this as much as possible because I don't want any pushback. I'm not an expert. I don't have a degree. Well, I mean, I do have a degree, but it's not in this. I'm just telling you what worked for me. That's the only thing I'm an expert at, is that I was in a dark spot. I was in dark places in my life. I was suicidal. I was depressed. And these are the things that got me out of it and got me to where I'm at now. So hopefully it helps some people, because I know when I was looking for motivation and I was looking for things, I couldn't find what I was looking for. I couldn't find that tailor fit option. I had to create it. I had to create something that I could relate to. It took a long time for me to realize that I needed to, and I did. So that's what I do. And that's it, guys. Stay on track on your goals and hold each other accountable. Make sure that they're reasonable goals that you're setting, and be willing to sacrifice to get them. All right, guys. Take care of yourselves. Be kind to one another. Keep me in your prayers. I'll forever keep you in mind. Endure, believe, rise.